What's up everyone, Dr. D here, and in this video we're doing a chart breakdown of Neutrino single challenge requested by piguy314159. Alright, this is absolutely probably one of my top 3 favorite 18s. I've learned to really love and respect this song and chart, so I'm more than happy to do a breakdown. So if Pie Guy wants to see it, we're gonna show it. And there's a lot we should know before we get down to the actual footing itself. So the song is very, very misleading. So on one hand, it starts off at 150 beats per minute, and then of course there's like the burst that'll go all the way up to 300 beats per minute, and then it'll even drop down to 75. So like you're like, wow, it's like 150, then 300, and then it's back down to 75. It's like, holy shit, there's like three different BPMs. Well, I mean, they're like sister BPMs because they're just like doubling or halving of the main BPM. But no, 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 that's the biggest trick. The real BPM is 205. Oh, bet you didn't see that one coming. Yeah. So really, the song has two BPMs, 150 and 205. And if you think there's a big difference there, there is. That's a huge difference. It's a astronomical difference in terms of what you're going to be expected to do. You have to understand that that is what you're up against. And before you pick your speed mod, you have to consider two things. One, the majority of the song and arguably the hardest parts of the song are at the 205 section. So the 205, you really, really, really want your readability to be the best it can be, because there's a lot that can happen there. Now, now with that said, you have to be a little mindful of the faster parts. Now the good news is the faster parts are quite easy to memorize, and if not memorize, get muscle memory. I'm terrible at memorizing anything. But I can still do this. I think when I play it, I do it on like 275 or 3x, and I can promise you I cannot sight read 900 scrolling BPM. I can't do that. I can't. But I got enough muscle memory to help me through it. And what the hell? This is Pie Guy we're talking about. He probably already memorized this entire goddamn chart. So, I mean, yeah. All right. So that's what's to consider. Now, the bad news aside, the good news, this is on sync as fuck. I mean, it's really synced well. The notes really feel perfect in the music. So if you're getting greats or goods or whatever or perfects, it's probably you because song actually is synced really excellent. So okay, very challenging. A lot going on here. I used to think it was one of the hardest 18s. I wouldn't say it's that hard anymore, but still very hard. All right. Man, I love this song. I don't know where to start. I'll be telling you the tricks that I use because I'm definitely this is definitely an outlier for me for my scoring because I have a pretty good score on it compared to other 18s. So I definitely know a thing or two about this. And I guess the last thing I'll say is I really love boss songs like this that have like a very sweet sounding like melody or backdrop or a cadence going about it, but also just like breaks into something like super violent and hardcore and rough. And I don't even know how to describe what I'm trying to say, but this song definitely captures that. Another song in question would be like Nine, IX. So that's another one that comes to mind, and there's a few others like that. Uh, Yeah, okay. Um, this is gonna take a while. We might as well get started. All right, let's start with the beautiful, sweet melody. Okay, so first part, I'm not really gonna break that down. Pretty straightforward. But I will say, for right here, this is a gallop. This whole thing is awkward because we are facing in the orthodox position. If you saw my positioning before, this would be the orthodox position. And it's a bit awkward for right dominant people like myself, but just make sure that you're doing the opposite of what we usually do, and that is your left foot is hovering over the up and left, and your right foot is hovering over the right and down, just for this song. And like when you see something like this, you must double step it. So 1, 2, and 3. And then here, we're going to do a gallop into a forward burst. And then one more time, a forward burst. And then this one, I always double step it. It's a lot more convenient. Like you could cross over for it, but I mean, if you like doing that, you can do it, but just double step this. All right, so that's actually honestly not too bad. A lot of people I notice, they will screw up this song, and then I'll watch them play something like On the Bounce Challenge and do really well. Or I'll see them play some other 150 BPM song and they'll do well. Why is that? Well, there's honestly no reason it should be there. And if there is a difference, the difference is in here. It's a mental problem. And I know that because that's how I view it. Because when you select the song Neutrino Challenge and you think it's an 18, you're like, oh my God, it's an 18. And then like you start feeling that stress and anxiety, and then like you feel like everything that's about to come is going to be like the hardest thing you've ever seen. But it isn't. And I would say that the first 95 steps, it's a 14. You have just played a 14. It might feel harder. Two reasons. You're probably using it much slower BPM, and it is at 75 BPM, or sorry, it's at 150 BPM, but you're probably using a very slow BPM, so it feels a little bit closer and bunched together, but there's nothing. If you're someone who can PFC 14s, you should be PFCing this part every time. Every time. And if you're not, it's because one, either these freeze notes are kind of like messing with you because it does look a little confusing. I'll grant you that, but it's not hard. Like we're just talking about triplets or like, these kind of patterns where they're the broken ones. It's very common. All of this should be very common. So if you're struggling in this opening part and you're someone who's PFCing 14s and 15s, just know that just because a song is an 18 or a 19, it doesn't mean it's a 19 or an 18 at every part of the song. Okay? So mentally prepare yourself, get that into your mind, get all those other thoughts out of your mind, and you'll be surprised when you approach a song and you're equipped and armed with this kind of knowledge, what it can do for your score improvements. Like once I figured out Max 300 is just a 150 BPM song, it's the same as 1998. I'm like, wow, I'm not going super fast when I'm hitting 16th notes in 1998, even though there's like very few, but point still stands. Just put that in your mind and you'll be surprised. All right, let's continue. All right, now this next part I'll say goes up to a 15, but it still should not be that difficult. The difficult part is that now we're dropping down to 75 BPM, so this is going to start getting a little bit more crushed and convoluted. And you might think you have to go faster. No, we're still just going 150. So make sure you get really warmed up with this tempo, and then once you get here, you'll be ready. So this is a mandatory crossover. So start with your left foot, cross over your left foot to the right, and then just know that as soon this and this are the same. So this is all one stream. I'll tell you more about the stream, but just know once you start here, you are not going to stop. So even though the speed is going to look like it's going faster, the notes that you're hitting are the exact same tempo. So as soon as you get here, we're now at the full speed, and you're gonna follow it through. We're gonna look over. We can still read it here. 2.5 is still not that bad. And we're gonna cross over here, and this is a really tough crossover. But okay, give me a second. I want to look at it. So the two key points, and it's actually easier for muscle memory because they put in crossovers, it's easier to feel it. Like if it was just like a very like standard pattern, it'd actually be a little bit harder to memorize. But the fact that you know, like once you get to, so you're gonna play it out, and then right here at 133, we're going to start wrapping our right foot around to cross over, and then we're going to go immediately back. This is similar to what healing division crossovers are like, but much, much slower. I know it looks faster, but I promise you the actual speed of execution is much slower and much more reasonable. And then finish it with this. And then just know as soon as you hit this jump, it slows all the way back to 75. That's why this song, like visually, it looks fucked. Like, don't get me wrong, like it looks hard as hell. But when you can wrap your mind about what's really going on, like pretend that all of this was just at 150 BPM. I promise you, it wouldn't look that hard. So the trick is getting that memory and memorize the parts you need to, getting the right speed, and building up that muscle memory. And it should be easy. And then just know that when you have to transition from 75 to 300. So, all right, here's a bracket jump that I always implement. I always bracket jump that because it keeps me in a good position. All right, and then on this note, 177, it's going to slow down again. So dun 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 dun. So dun, small pause, dun 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 dun. Dun. You have to remember that. And this is of course a crossover. And then once again, once we finish this, it's going to start a speed up at 300. And just know that there's going to be a lot of downs in a row. And then there's going to be a lot of ups in the row. All right, so I wanted to show you that before I break it down, because I'm going to show you that we're going to be hopping between them. So how we finish the first one. So right, left, right. So our right foot is going to be here. As soon as we do a 1, 2, 3, so right foot, we're going to do 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to jump up, left foot with the down, 1, 2, 3, jump up, right foot with the down, 1, 2, 3, jump up, left foot, 1, 2, 3. So right foot, right foot. Oh, actually, it only does it twice because then it changes to the up. So let's look at it. Right foot 3 times. And then now we're going to put our right foot to the up really quickly. And yes, I know your right foot was just down here, so you're going to have to move fast. Otherwise, you're going to have to cross this over, which you don't want to do. Trust me, you don't want to do that. It's a lot harder. So right foot, right foot, right foot. As soon as we do that, our right foot jumps up to the up arrow, and then right, and then jump, left, jump, right, left, and then crossover. And then this is the same speed. So those two are very slow. Now here's the tricky part that I usually always miss until I figured it out. Whatever happens, this note down here, you have to make sure you start with your right foot. Because what I would normally do is jump, jump, and then I would bracket this. But if I bracket this, that means that I will use my left foot to the right foot. Don't do that. So very, very, very important. This note, even though it's a little bit more of a chore, make sure you hit it right. Make sure you do this jump legit. So then we're in a very comfortable position to do a right, left, and then a jump. And then we're going to play it out. And then this one you can bracket. Now we can cheat again. So as soon as we hit this one, we're going to speed up again. So we're going to speed up on this one. So bracket, step, jump, step, bracket, step, jump, and then right foot, double step, and then right foot start here. And then we're going to get a very unpleasant step jumps thing coming up. So this is the note that we're going to transition to 205. And by the way, for the longest time, I thought that there was a slow transition. I thought it was like slowly building up, like it went to like 190, then like was going faster. No, it immediately goes to 205. As soon as you hit this, all of these notes. It's just that there's a lot of like less background music going on, so you can't really tell. But as soon as you hit that bum 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 bum, it's 205 as soon as you hit this note. This one I usually double step. I like to double step this. If you do double step and you want to use the up arrow, Like I'll plant my heel there, and then I'll lift up and I'll hit both of them down. I'll make this note a jump and then hold my heel. And then yeah, if you want to double step that or do a normal, you can. All right, now the other big breakthrough that I had was this part. Believe it or not, you can get away with jumping all of these. It's actually very hard for me to do that jump and then switch to this. It feels so hard and then switch back to that. So what I actually do is right here, I'll do a left up jump, left up jump, left down jump, left down jump. I repeat each one 2 times. So it'll be bum bum, then change, bum bum, change, bum bum, bum bum, bum bum, bum bum. And then once we finish it, we're gonna double step this. So up with our right arrow, sorry, with our right foot, right foot, right foot, right foot. And then I do cross over that one, but it's up to you. Just make sure you hit that with the right one. And that's very fast. We're at 205 now. So you're gonna want to go fast. And then I usually bracket this jump. I really do. I like to bracket this. I don't bracket that. That's a lot more risky to bracket because you're doing 2 in a row. So maybe don't bracket that one. Okay. Okay, and then double steps for these. Double step for this. All right, and then now is the real fun part. So the beat's gonna be dun 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 dun. Dun. It's like dun 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 dun. It's like that. It's like a very fast Twilight Zone. Dun 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 dun. Okay, and it's not quite like it, but okay. So dun 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 dun. So triplet, and they're gonna start doing crossovers as well. So, all right, very fun, right? So it's just very fast. So how many of these are we crossing over, and how many of these are we doing right? Okay, I can tell you right now, I do all of the crossovers. It's just there's too much going on. I absolutely do all of the crossovers here. We're gonna slow it down just for a little bit. So like right here, we would hit that and we would cross over. So our right foot would start that one. Okay. And then like there, our right foot's there. We would do our left foot to our right foot and then we'd hit that. All right, now what the hell do we do for this fucking thing? I'm not the guy to ask. I just I just try to start early and I go as fast as I can. Like literally, this is like ludicrous speed, okay? Like this is like so ludicrous how fast they want you to do this. Just know that you're just gonna have to like drill 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then try to finish it with an up. Like you just have to go as fast as possible. Wait, huh? Like what the hell even is that? All right, but as soon as you finish it, this is going to be a little bit jarring, but it's going to be 2 gallops and change to the other side. And then this, okay, so let me make sure. Okay, so you have 2 options. This is maybe the only one that I would, this is like maybe the only one. So you could cross over, but then that would be very awkward here. So this is one that I purposely make sure I do not cross over. So before I'm doing the crossovers for all of them. But as soon as we finish this, so there, right foot, left foot, and then this is a double step. So left foot and then left foot. Very important. And then right foot, right foot. This is the only time I double step in this section. And then you should be in the position to hit 2 and then do a mini stream and a triplet, triplet, triplet. Okay, and then this note slows down. You have to remember it. So just 1, 2, 3, and then this note speeds up. The 1, 2, 3, and then dun, dun, so dun dun, so dun 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 dun. And this is just very tiring. This is why it's an 18. Okay, like this whole section is like very brutal. It's like the same thing, but it's just there's a lot to take in. There's a lot going on. So now there's a little extra note, so now it's like a 4. And before it was like dun 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 dun. Dun. Now it's dun 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 dun. Dun. And then this one, yes, you have to cross this over. You gotta make sure. This is probably the trickiest step to hit because we are going to. Is there a way I could cheat it? I bet you I could cheat it. You know, I bet you could cheat it. I never tried, but I will tell you this. I always make sure that my left foot hits that, and then I play it through. All right, and then here's like the hardest part, and this is where you'll lose the most points, I feel. Okay, so technically all that flows, but like as soon as we hit this, the reason why this is so hard is because like if you hit this note legit, it's really hard to be in this position and then change the position to do a triplet. It's like really rude, you know what I'm saying? It's just really, really rude. Okay, so make sure that when you hit that jump, the left foot is on the top, and then now we right foot on the bottom, play it out, and then once you get here, yeah, so here, this is just fucked up. I honestly bracket it. The pattern is straightforward, but it's so fucking fast that I always bracket it. So, so this is usually where I lose all my points, right here. I'm trying to see if there's any other way I can get more points here. Like, I try to get the first two, and then I just bracket the others. And then if you're good at bracketing, you should be able to full combo that. All right, so we're at the very final section. Which, which, by the way, I fucking hate when there's like a long break and then they want you to do something really hard. Like, I hate it. And this is really hard. It's only 17 more steps. All right, so it's a very hard one. So the real trick is this. So there's a crossover, and then you're supposed to hit this with your left foot and then do a 30-second triplet, like at 205 BPM. Are you fucking insane? Oh my god. The hell are you? Ugh. What the hell are they thinking? I'm gonna be real with you. Unless like your name is Chris, Little Matt, Fifems, Brazani, and Hibiki, you have almost no chance of getting that. Okay, maybe a few others could actually like get perfect. Like how many people can PFC the last 17 notes? I think we can count them on less than 10 hands or 10 fingers. Let's put it like that. So I'm not one of them. Maybe I have fluked a PFC in the final 17 steps once or twice, but like on command or like a decent shot, like a higher than 5% chance. Yeah, no way. So I could like the strategy really is to do that crossover, finish here with your left foot, and then go for it. But I'm gonna be real here. I don't think you can do that. And don't, I hope you can train. I hope you can get better. I hope you can do that and you can prove me wrong. Okay, I really do. But assuming you can't, like me, let's figure out the best score opportunity. So what you're gonna do is still play it out normally, and then once we get here, we are bracketing. Okay, we're not crossing over. So the reason why I'm not going to cross over, I want you to look very carefully. So right here, we're going to bracket. So if we bracket starting, so left foot, and then now we're going to bracket. So what I will do is hit this and then bracket, which will hopefully hit both of these, and then bracket, and then as fast as humanly possible. You can be in the bracket position. You can just focus on the ups and downs, but you can try it. So doing this, you should be able to get away with mostly greats, maybe a good. So bracket starting from there, and then go as fast as you can on the ups and downs at the very, very end. And you should at least be able to get some extra points. because the risk is if you really do try the crossover, like it's really hard to then like get your left foot to that down arrow in time, and to do a 30 no, like a 30-second note triplet in a 205 BPM. That's already impossible. Like that's it's not impossible, but it's like already so fucking hard. Yet they want you to oh, it's infuriating. It's really infuriating. Uh, but the infuriating part is like they make it in a part that's already very hard. Like this part is already very challenging, and they want you to do that. Like if it was just some like random thing out in the open that you can practice it, okay, fine. But the fact that they put it there is just fucking evil. I rarely full combo it, but especially with greats, but try your best and hopefully it'll help. All right, that's going to do it for this breakdown. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful. And yeah, all right, thanks again, Pie Guy, for the request. I enjoyed breaking it down. I hope you enjoyed listening to it, and I hope everyone else was able to get something from it. And next time you play it, if you take some of my tips into mind, hopefully you'll get a better score. All right, guys, take care. I'll see you later, and peace.
Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. Be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. If you like what I do and want to be notified whenever I upload or go live, subscribe and hit that bell icon. If you really love me, consider pledging on Patreon to enjoy exclusive benefits. Lastly, keep the DDR discussion going by joining my Discord community linked below. Thanks again, and peace.